We're trying to attract some birds to our backyard patio today and learning how you can get your kids off the couch to enjoy nature outdoors. And Ron Zick is the owner of Birds Unlimited in Glenview, and you have some great ideas for us. And one of them is how to attract the hummingbirds. I just love hummingbirds.
Yes, everybody does, and they're very easy to attract, and it's really just putting out some red tubular flowers and putting out a hummingbird feeder, which is a nectar feeder. And you make nectar with just sugar and water. It's a great activity for kids. It's very easy. You make your own nectar, 4 parts water, 1 part table sugar.
Now, if we do that, will we attract a lot of bees to the yard as well?
Well, if you're putting out flowers, you're going to have bees anyway. So, you know, you need to know that going in and that kind of thing. So when you're attracting hummingbirds, that's going to be one of the things you're going to attract as well.
Okay.
They're very opportunistic, and you can put a feeder right up close to the window where you can see it and service it easily.
Oh, nice. You can be inside.
They're fearless. Put it right out in front of the window where you can see it. That's why you want to attract them up. And they go around your entire yard looking for nectar and long tubular flowers. You can come into the stores and get a handout that tells you how to do it and what flowers to plant and make your own nectar and that kind of thing.
I never realized, I always thought about feeding them, but I never realized that the flower was such a big component
Absolutely.
there. Wow, and you also say that there's a way we can make our own little bird feeders for the other birds out there.
So very low tech. Get a milk bottle, and they can cut a 3-inch square hole on 2 sides, 1/2-inch dowel, push it through here, and we put in the bird seed. And if they make this and bring it into any of our stores in the Chicagoland area, they can come in and get some of our free no-mess blend. Very clean, very high oil and fat contents, what the birds like to eat. And then you can attract the birds in. There's a lot more birds than people realize in the area.
Any advice on how to keep the squirrels from eating all of the birds?
Yes. Well, if we're going to put it in come in, we'll have them use safflower seed. And safflower, it does not attract squirrels nearly as much.
Okay.
It's great for your cardinals and chickadees. They're very popular backyard birds without as much the squirrel activity, and grackles and blackbirds don't like it very much either.
Wonderful. Yeah. Good advice there, because that's always a tough one. So when you're trying to figure out what you want to attract and what birds you're actually seeing, you need to kind of know the picture. So you do a little education
here. So if you don't have anything, you can come in and get one of our free bird ID charts for the Chicagoland area. Very easy, free. A lot of other handouts we carry as well. If nothing else, the Birds of Illinois book is a great book. It's a field guide, and it's great for adults and kids, but it's laid out by the color of the bird as opposed to the scientific classification. Big pictures, so you can flip through it, and it's still got enough information for adults where they feel like they can read it, but it's great for kids. It's got nice big pictures.
It's perfect that you can find it by color, because often you don't know the name to be looking it up, but you say, okay, I saw this one with the yellow and the red around it inside there.
Exactly. A great book, a bird book for feeding birds in the backyard, and just all kinds of general purpose information is for the birds, and it's an excellent book for how to do it properly. The recipes are for the birds. That's a fun little book just for making things for food and making little acorns and suet and things, and having your kids do it with you.
And then you also say if we put items in our yard that the birds could use to make nests,
that's right,
then we of course will attract them as well.
That's right. So you can just collect some moss, some cotton, and you can just take cotton balls and pull them apart. You can use dog and cat hair, any kind of downy material, put that in there, some grass, twigs, string, get an onion sack, push it all in there, hang it out there. That's it. It's that low tech, and the birds go crazy for it, especially in the early spring through midsummer when they're nesting.
Really? Yeah. So they'll just pull the items out of there?
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's really fun to watch all the different types of birds. It's not just one type. A lot of birds will use this.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And of course, we need to have a little hideout so that we can watch the birds if we're going to be outside doing it.
And this is not to scale, but a box, cut a hole in it, and put the kids in there, and so they're not scaring the birds, and you know, the birds' direction, and then the kids can watch the birds, and they can take notes and see what kind of birds they're seeing. You can use the field guides to identify it. And if you can't get the kids out from behind the computer, you can always download one of the great apps they've got for listening to birds. And so if you can't totally get them from behind the TV, you can download an app onto one of your smart devices. So there's that as well.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If you want to find out more about Birds Unlimited, there are 2 locations, one in Arlington Heights and one in Glenview. And we will link you right there if you go to our webpage, WGNTV.com/midday.